Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So my name's Madeline. I am paralyzed from the waist down. This is my transfer. I found this is the best way to do it. Put your 2 feet out in front of you on the ground. I'm right-handed. I prefer to get down on the ground from my left side. So I put my arm down on the ground and I'm slowly able to bring my butt down. Always want to bring it down as gently as possible. So I'm unlocking my wheelchair brakes right now, kind of setting it up a little different direction, locking it back up, and now bringing my legs forward. So I'm facing you guys. I want to start out with just relaxing here in my, just kidding. Okay, back to the yoga routine. So I bring my feet into a butterfly pose, I would consider it, or call it. So I like to put my elbows and shoulders back, look up, kind of roll my shoulders back, bring my feet as closest to me as possible. It's my kind of yoga pose, bring it up as high as I can, and then slowly down to the ground. I used to not be able to do this because sitting up on my own was nearly impossible, but over time you've learned to strengthen your back and it becomes stronger and stronger. So I will slowly kind of reach forward, look up to the sky, and pose for a minute. And then I slowly come back. That always seems to pop my back a lot. It feels really, really good. I'm going to crisscross applesauce. So as I cross my feet, I'm, stretching my shoulders back again. And I'm going to start to lean to the left with my arm out. So this is kind of a new stretch for me. I used to always have to have my elbows down. I'll get to that eventually. But I'm going to start out with my arm straight out and my right arm up above me. I like to look up to the sky, down on the ground, and I fell because it's still really hard. So now that I'm doing it on my right side, it's even more difficult. I'm not as good on my right side. So I just went ahead and put my shoulder in, and now I'm resting on my elbow. And again, I look down to look up to the sky. And slowly come back up. And since I didn't do the elbow on the left side, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And bring my arm back as far as I can. And then come back up. So I'm going to look back to the right, back to the left. Now I will bring my legs forward. Both of them. You can see I'm spazzing. So my legs will spaz they spaz more the less I stretch. The more I stretch, the less they spaz. So I'm completely bending forward so I can reach my feet as much as possible. I try to make my feet as straight as I can. Keeping my knees as flat as possible. And I'll switch hands, switch feet. I'm going to go ahead and start with my left leg. So I usually bring that up, let my right leg calm down, and lift my left leg. I'm able to get it a lot more straighter than this, but it just takes more balance, so I don't always stretch like that. So I'm just kind of bringing it up gently, being very careful and gentle. You don't want to stretch too hard to the point where it hurts your body. I can't feel if it hurt or not, but my body would most likely tell me by spazzing and going a little out of control. All right, so I'm going to adjust my feet, yoga pose. Slowly go up. On my way down, fall to the right. My right leg, stay on the right side of it. I kind of lift my feet, but you can tell my knee is super bent. So I don't really try too hard on that one. And I look all the way to my right, and then I look to the left. That always feels really good on my neck. And then kind of stretch and look the other direction. And now lift my leg back up. It's still spazzing. Lift it for a few more seconds. Now bring it over my right leg. Keep it tight to my chest. And I'm talking to my family right now. They're up on the deck. And, time to switch legs. So I put my left leg in front. I'm stretching my right leg, bending that, kind of letting my left leg relax. And everything I do on one side, I try to do the exact same on the opposite side. I apologize for the blanket being all messed up. And yoga pose, slowly reach to the sky, come down, and go to the left. Straighten my leg out, try to stretch my feet. Look all the way to the left. And then look to the right. So I've been paralyzed for almost 8 years now. This took me at least 6 years to learn how to do, and 8 years to get to this consistency, to be able to do this much, this well. So it took me a really long time. It definitely wasn't easy. It's not something I started to try to learn from the get-go, but once I did, it took me at least 2 years to at least come up with a good routine that I felt comfortable with and learned at least more than a few different poses and stretches. So I have my left leg straight, my right leg bent. And again, I'm looking all the way to the right and back to the left. Now I'm going to bring both legs straight in front of me. Fix that blanket a little bit. So what I like to do is cross at least one of my legs over the other, and then, flip that direction. Reach as far in front of me as I can and look up. And now lift your torso up to the sky, look up. And now, it's hard to explain how I get to this position. I guess you just kind of have to practice and just feel for it. And right now I'm trying to clench my abs and then I'll kind of let them loosen and then clench and tighten them again. And this kind of helps build your ab muscles again. And now I'm down on my elbows. And I do this a lot easier if I that cut off. I'll get back to it in a minute. I went ahead and set my camera up again. It had run out of memory. So, all right, that's my Freewheel that's in front of my wheelchair. Freewhle. And I use that to get through like the grass and gravel. It makes it a lot easier. It lifts those two front wheels up a little bit. So here I'm getting back down. I kind of rushed it, so I wasn't as gentle with that. I'm new to all this filming and editing and everything, so I apologize for it being different. I'm readjusting just so I'm a little bit more, not in frame, but angled correctly. So I'm going up again, looking up to the sky, and then on my knees. And this time I thought I would show you how I do push-ups. The push-ups are great. They feel almost just like normal push-ups. So that's always a good workout to do if you can get up to that. I apologize, I never got back to that position that I left off at when the video cut out the first time. This is something I've learned recently. Oh. Yep. Try that again. It's not always easy to get both feet up there, but I'll put right foot up and then the left foot up, straighten them out, and I can do kind of my version of a crunch. It's really, really bright and sunny, but the sunglasses kept falling off. And I'm kind of doing that just to show you and just show myself for in the future I can look back and maybe see if I've improved or if my stomach has gotten less chubby. I don't know. So with my crunches, sometimes I'll grab the bottom of my legs right there by my butt, and it almost allows me to be able to feel that crunch better in my abs, like that, yeah. So this isn't something I do very often, so I don't really have a set routine for it. I just kind of play it by ear when I do it. I think it was getting hot and sunny. All right, so I'm getting up. See that belly? Yeah, we're gonna put that away. Don't need that all out in the open. And then lean back. That always feels really good. I'm gonna slowly bring my feet back down. So I'm getting in position to transfer back up to my chair, but before I do that, I strained my rotator cuff and cervical calf on my right shoulder. So this is something I kind of learned how to do to help my neck feel a little better. So I'll keep my arm straight out and gently pull on your head going the opposite direction. And I'm scooting closer to the chair. I put my 2 knees up. This isn't the correct way to do it, but the correct way to do it is way too hard for me, so I haven't learned how to do that yet. So this is my version of it. There is quite a few different versions out there, but this has become my favorite and the easiest for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, just comment. Thank you.